All right, now welcome once again to another package. In fact, the last package, the last matter, yes, the last RNG as it concerns Fantasy Premier League brought to you by the Republicans. And today, I don't go bring them come. Man them. To my left, we go one and only Juventus fan. To my right, I don't know.
Which I'm saying no.
I don't know what to call him because I don't know how person go. One season, only one is support to club. I don't know.
Why are you like this?
I don't tire for Olamide, but
Respect the Premier League champion.
Olamide is here. He's now a Manchester City fan.
Thank you very much.
But that aside, Fantasy Premier League, the last season, the last match day now we talk about, and also we'll wrap up everything that happened during the season, and as much as possible, still project what you would expect for next season. Remember, Premier League, Fantasy Premier League are always every season, and more or less, things where you do this season, if you don't work out for you next season, we'll go talk about all those ones. But first, Ugo, welcome once again to the matter.
Thank you.
Olamide, welcome once again.
Thank you.
Most start from Premier League, and most start from the winners, the losers, people we buzz, people we bring points, people we say we expect to go bring points, we no bring points. Olamide, make I start with you. Most start from Erling Haaland. First off, when Erling Haaland first come England, the buzz was he go score goals, he go bring the goals. Now, in comparison to Darwin Núñez, two of them are them the biggest name we come.
Yeah.
No, more start from there. Now the biggest names that we come Premier League, we say more or less the newbies. We say you don't know what will happen, but more just try. But on the long run, Darwin Núñez flop ball. Haaland, the man to go to.
So the thing about Haaland and Darwin Núñez, we say people will really be know, right? People will believe Haaland. We don't watch him from Borussia Dortmund. They come into the league. You know, so this guy actually now generational talent. Not Haaland, generational talent. So it was never in doubt. So those kind of people like me, and maybe Ugo figure never in team.
I get that from game week one.
We'll go later join us.
From game week one.
I
had in game week one.
We don't pour Haaland.
Really?
Yes.
We don't pour Haaland for team. But the people really been the doubt Haaland, especially, and people will know to believe him, especially after they consider that community shield match. You get where Haaland means like 3 sitters. They feel say more.
This guy go flop.
He's coming to a new league. He go out to settle.
He go struggle.
Go first watch him. You better more go for Jesus. They switch from Man City. They come us now. And Darwin Núñez, we score for that community shield. So now only them, being get. But I mean, I'm sure say if do on that first week, he scored a brace on his first appearance in the Premier League. You get. By the next week, everybody, Haaland straight up, man. Most own. So now the difference between, unfortunately, Núñez where everybody been. But the funny thing is that Núñez actually been get in moments this season. To be honest,
but they were like maybe 2 or past 4 weeks.
No, he actually passed 4 weeks. He has some kind of delivery. I mean, he has up to like 7-9 goals in the Premier League.
I think 10.
10 goals.
But his big chances are like 17. So if you see him score like like 5 more, go did the record. He missed too many good chances.
Exactly. And that will bring me. We don't talk about Núñez, but still talking about his teammate Mohamed Salah. Now, man, we be saying no pick up at the right time. Like me and you get that back and forth about Salah. But the truth of the matter be saying in the end, you just have to trust people who always don't deliver points for you in years past.
Now,
and I waiting Mo Salah can still
6 straight seasons now he don't deliver over 200 points. So now Mr. Consistent.
And like the funny thing again with Mo Salah and the fact say even when people like me no believe him, some people still believe him. Some managers still believe say I know this guy go pop like this guy.
And income become differential for them because
more or less
in points rise them.
And brings me again to that point where we say I've been a discuss. I think I don't know whether who they podcast with me that very day. I've been a talk say maybe time don't reach we say Fantasy Premier League go side the reason say okay the likes of Mo Salah, the likes of Martinelli, maybe Odegaard sees there as midfielder. Mo Salah.
Okay, I remember.
Saka, all these guys we say they pop goals this season. Put them as strikers.
You've been talk about them with Dayo.
Because one thing where we say I feel na say Mo Salah for £12 million is expensive as a midfielder. When we say I feel still get him as striker. When we say another striker where they pop goals like him, Harry Kane, now almost the same range of price.
He actually start as 13.
30. Can you imagine?
Then
Before he
Harry
drop.
Kane 11.5.
So by next season, Haaland self go jump, go up.
Definitely.
Haaland should be 13 or 14.
Haaland
So,
will be the most expensive.
Why not just
It's
make
never been
Mo
that.
Salah a forward instead of
Now,
keeping him as a midfielder?
now, why Salah should be forward? Now the positioning. Now the same reason why Martinelli and Saka no go fit be
But
forward.
you know,
See,
Ugo,
there be
the problem-
wide forwards for
Yeah,
formation, but
wide
for
forward.
FPL, based on say they know they the center, they don't see them as strikers.
But see the point why they make. The point why they make now say the forwards where you keep them as, like when Liverpool when they play with Bobby Firmino, Bobby Firmino no be striker.
But in they play the center of the front.
But
three.
you know, no be striker.
You know
But
say-
me and you know, no be striker.
You know, say
Yeah,
Mane,
but
no time when Mane ever be striker for FPL.
That's the point. Mane, we know say normally he's a striker, but Fantasy Premier League no put him as striker.
Okay, make us one question. You go make Diaz for Liverpool. You go make him striker.
Yes.
Diaz
No,
for
no.
Liverpool.
No. But Max,
You
go
Max,
make him
striker.
Max, to me,
Yes.
why
No
you
go
want
make him
why
striker.
you
Why
want
not?
why you
Now
want
left wing, now LW now.
Okay, see the point why they make now. In the event of say, okay, they play 4-3-3. You get 4-3 midfield, or let's even say 3-5-2. You get midfielders with it. Okay, somebody like Riyad Mahrez now.
Yeah.
I go say, okay, Riyad Mahrez more or less midfielder because he plays more from the midfield. But players will be say they join attack more often than not.
This season,
Yeah.
now because of Pep change formation, last season when they play 4-3-3, Mahrez they play that same place where Salah they play.
Midfield.
You know now call him striker now.
But Salah has always been a striker.
In the play right wing.
Okay,
RW,
man, don't use the word striker. More, he has been a forward
Yes.
because
But in terms of FPL,
the forward.
in terms of FPL, he's
FPL.
not the
FPL
center
position,
forward.
yeah.
But
You
Olamide,
understand?
if you
Striker,
understand,
top 9.
we'll go wait. If you understand, FPL don't even get striker. FPL get forwards. Do you know that?
No, but I'm saying the
No, I'm saying the terminology where FPL they use
three
are
forwards.
forwards. Abi?
Yeah,
Yes.
forwards.
Yeah, forwards. So if they use forwards, that's why I say Luis Diaz, I go still use them as forward. I'm not even looking at say the striker's position, number 9 position. No, I'm not looking at it from that
So you
angle.
say technically now it look like say okay, say for example if for Fantasy Premier League they play 4-3-3.
Yeah.
So there's a 4 defenders, 3 midfielders,
3
then
forwards.
that 3 forwards.
Yeah, then you put-
won't come want Salah be one of the
Forwards.
the-
If
the
yeah,
3 people.
because
Well,
in
I
the
think-
end, when you say Salah is a midfielder when he's playing as a forward, then it doesn't make sense because we know he's a forward player. He's not a midfielder.
Yes.
see, you see this argument.
More
Just
leave am, more leave am.
forget them
More
because
leave am.
they won't make the game simple. I won't bring something in.
Yeah.
DM, Rodri, and the rest of them they play DM. There'll be midfielders too.
Yes, now,
But they need to deliver points.
no, but it
You
doesn't matter.
understand?
But they be
Yes, and they
midfielders.
see
Because where they play? They play
See,
behind.
you get-
That's the truth. The midfielder, attacking midfielder, defensive midfielder, central midfielder, they are all midfielders. But when you say somebody in a forward, don't be midfielder again.
But I don't feel say he contribute anything to the game, Sha.
Moko, move on.
I don't feel say
Move
comment-
on,
I don't
move
feel say
on,
comment-
move on,
I don't feel say
move on.
comment anything from
No,
Salah or add anything to Salah.
I know they talk say community,
Or
but
to
it
the
gives
game,
me
yeah.
that advantage of putting more midfielders in my squad.
But the thing is, even if I mean, so as a midfielder, right?
Yeah.
Salah gets more points than when he scores than, or when he gets more scoring points than if he was put as a
And
striker.
1 point
forward.
for clean sheets.
1 point for clean sheet, exactly. So I mean, this is now win-win actually.
Still
Alright.
talking about some of the players who stand out. We guys hail Harry Kane too, definitely. Bad season for Tottenham Hotspur, but
Honest worker.
he pop.
Hi.
Olamide, the guy
In break
pop.
record now, he scoring I think 26 or 27 games, something like that.
Yeah.
And moreover, he don't pass Jimmy
mean,
Greaves.
without-
The most games scored in.
Without
in a 38 game
Harry
season.
Kane, only got no sports. I mean, he's responsible for statistically he's responsible for over 40% of their goals this season. Over 40% of sports goals come from one man, and the highest percentage
Wow.
in the way people don't contribute for to any team points this season. Exactly.
See,
So,
you remember early season when I talk about XG? They don't count the sites now.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
say
you don't have
XG and
XG
XT, yes,
side.
now
Oh,
XG
man,
and
that's
XT.
interesting.
So I won't be surprised if Mo Salah now becomes a forward next season because of what I talk here.
Nah.
But more move on sharply. More still
Yeah.
talk about players we still pop and players we no pop. This is okay, like we mentioned Harry Kane. More still mention about I more talk about Arsenal. I want more talk about the 3 guys we get double digits for them. Odegaard, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, and also Bukayo Saka.
Martinelli just the unfortunate for cross 200 now. Just this injury now. Even
Yeah, na
appearance
injury
point,
make
even
am.
appearance point, because 198 is
Because
quite
these
high.
these guys, nobody expects from Arsenal. For me, I know even the best way I even go pop past maybe na Bukayo Saka. After then, nobody. I don't expect Martinelli. I don't expect much from Odegaard too. Because Odegaard
Gabriel
score pop goals too for Arsenal.
Oh, 9
He
points.
bring points too. Also, the fact say Arsenal get more players for inside people will bring points for managers. This is true. It speaks a lot. Speaks a lot.
You know, thinking about this thing now, next season, who will be the Arsenal for next season? Because, say Arsenal, they misprice most of their players. Sure,
True. Well,
because
that's
at the
true.
reason teams now, like Liverpool, that Europa League where they go play, they will likely not play all those big players when they start off. Like those first round, they go on the test some kind of French players. So their assets feel good for
Liverpool,
for FPL. Yeah, Liverpool.
But then
then Tottenham too. Tottenham, if they go sign manager, they go feel probably get one or two players since they know they go Europe. So not just weekend. They go also they good. Reason like that.
See, I still feel say for Liverpool own, make I come to Liverpool. For that Liverpool own, I feel say in the end, you still have to just chill, see what team your in club go enter market. Because like I'm or not, they lose so many players this season. They lose Keita, they lose Firmino.
Definitely.
He's losing so many players, so many of his key players.
So
if not me, for next season they project into next season for Liverpool, I'll be very cautious in person because they are signing Darwin Núñez never pop. Pop for Premier League, Fantasy Premier League this season. So anybody ready to go for again now, I'll be very careful. Thiago Alcantara will be saying me I been think say early season saying go pop. Injury no make him. Injury no make him. So for Liverpool one angle, I would be very, very cautious in picking any of their players, honestly speaking. Apart from maybe Mo Salah and Mo Salah. Okay. Olamide, still talking about players when we say shine. We'll talk about Brighton quickly, sharply. Trossard been do well, he move, go Arsenal. Now Brighton player still time as this season, but then Arsenal player in the end. McAllister, somehow he pop. Mitoma been the pop all of a sudden towards the end of the season. We just say the guy will die off.
So the thing is, even I remember when the season first started, I start with Pascal Gross for my team, and
because he's going against Man U.
He wastes. I kept my faith with Pascal Gross.
But then again, you say at some point Pascal Gross going to play right back.
Exactly, their positional change. I think with Brighton, their positional changes are plenty. You get so based on the kind of
they don't get squad depth. So when Veltman be injured,
sharply move.
Gross guys go play there.
Exactly. So you see,
lately Caicedo not gonna play there because he get pace.
But like I think towards I think after the World Cup, most of their assets gone. I mean, Mitoma burst into the scene. You just drop. You won't even get your own deep. You get and they are still worries about how intake they finish because the guy they actually get chances because of how tricky he is and that kind of stuff. But
they make jokes say, hope say the next thesis when go right will not be about dribbling, go be about finishing.
because
hopefully
the XG they high, but the points they come.
Yeah, I know they bring the points.
Finishing are a problem. But anyway, come back into after against Arsenal, let me get against their last match against
Southampton.
Against Southampton, he had an assist for Evan Ferguson. So yeah, exactly, man. Now one of the people, Estupiñán. Now one of
all of a sudden, gone the day people like. I don't know.
One Estupiñán can't take corner too. Which one out to in appeal?
You know the funny thing.
Say if defender they take corner, we think they read as for system now chances created, and that thing would increase in bonus points. Like Trippier now, as they just draw that Leicester as they draw Trippier 3 bonus points because all those in crosses and this thing they read as
the funny thing about this Estupiñán. I think me and Imade on show that day, and they talk and say because input was it Lewis Dunk? I think that Lewis Dunk and Estupiñán input because they look at some of the players.
Okay.
And me, I can't talk say I go prefer Estupiñán to
Dunk.
Bam! 2 weeks later, this guy scored against Arsenal. So I don't know. Maybe I don't just slot him in for my squad. I'm telling you, 17. But in the end, Brighton are on a good run this season for many FPL. They are players for many FPL managers.
Before we proceed, Oluremi Kolawole, now be the highest for the world in 36, and a Niger guy, girl.
How many points?
165.
Wow. Oluremi, if they watch this podcast,
for him,
just
try.
Buzz us, enter our DM, we'll talk. We'll talk about Newcastle. That's true. More sharply talk because we'll not get time. We'll talk about Newcastle. And some of their players pop. Willock pop. I say Willock, sorry. Isak pop. Wilson pop.
Trippier pop.
Nick Pope. Well,
Because Trippier
Now in there on their
towards the
dead
end of
balls
this-
and set
You get when
pieces.
you get dry run, like
Dry
8
run,
blanks.
dry
But then they get some players we pop too for inside their squad.
Yeah.
But seeing XA, now because of all those in crosses.
for
See that
Trippier.
against Southampton, see 1.13. That's it could have easily given like 3 assists.
That's it, exactly.
Okay. More look this weekend. More just
Sure.
look game week
Sure.
captains. Captains speak. People say they prefer Haaland. Haaland, I don't know whether I go rest time.
See as
But remember,
as they
say
don't
their
win
match,
that league.
their match against Chelsea.
But Pep talks say he go like test out in players against Brighton. Say that they play good
But
football.
now Brighton and a double
But
game
that
week
means
for
say
City.
in 38, which is the last one,
Brentford.
they fit no play first team players.
That's
They
the
fit just
point.
play fringe. Since
So-
they get 2 finals to play.
finals.
So if you go pick any of the captains, who you go pick?
I'm not gonna pick Man City player. I go advice against Man City player.
Olamide.
Or you go for Mahrez or Alvarez. Now them go likely start.
If
Since
I
now them
if
be
I want
the-
pick, I definitely pick Man City player. I go for this guy.
Salah.
Because their final game week game match
Southampton.
against
Southampton.
Mm.
Southampton, they
And,
don't concede many goals. But funny enough, they don't score past Man U. Since game week 26, Man United don't score the least amount of goals.
Oh, Man U they win.
But they don't score the least amount of
Man
goals.
U
1-0.
Even Chelsea, where they purge, don't score
Well,
past
this
them.
guy, we
How
actually,
about-
we actually
Yeah,
miss this
Mitro.
guy
Yeah,
for
it's
Mitro,
games.
since he come back, he don't
He don't dey
score.
pop sef.
He don't score 3 goals
Then
in 2
our
matches.
boy na Taiwo Awoniyi.
but
In
see,
the pop.
yeah,
See,
he pop,
sorry,
he
this
pop.
thing, it go
5
affect
goals.
structure for next season.
5 goals.
Guys, they play 3-4-3 next season because
Oh, now you
all
dey
those
see my point.
Mbeumo,
Now they
Awoniyi,
reason
all
my
those
point.
strikers,
Yeah, most
no, they
strikers.
do well. They
Most
do well.
strikers. Most strikers.
Okay, moving on, more projecting to next season. First off, we'll start from Ivan Toney when we go play at least the first few games.
They say that till January.
Yeah,
January
so
next year.
in day out, one of the shining light for this seasons too. We pop points. In go day out. Still next season, more just forecasting to okay, players will be safe hip hop. Players will be say we know so they go see the Premier League. Bukayo Saka don't sign a new contract. Definitely, he don't settle down more now. More money, more responsibility.
Martinelli too go come back before
Yeah,
season starts.
which players you go the reason for next season? Just give me maybe like 3 or 4.
It go depend on how they take price them. Now the pricing go determine.
But apart from say you normally apart from even the pricing, but normally which player you go envisage or you go dey hope say okay this season they don't do well next season carry the same
I
form.
will still likely take Saka because in the on set, in the play
One.
corner, in the play this thing, and then in the on pens, I would like take maybe a player like an Odegaard. Not Saka and Odegaard together, but a player like Odegaard. Maybe say
okay.
if they play behind them, the forwards.
Okay.
Maybe say they shoot, they create chances. Then that's for midfield. Then for strikers, this time around, I guys call all those small strikers. All those guys, they'll do well this time around. So Mitrovic and Mbeumo, because now we Tony know the Mbeumo
Mbeumo
they
go there,
Or even
shine.
that you and Wissa.
Wissa
Wissa.
too. But
Anytime
Wissa, I
soon.
think Wissa
That's
is
the
listed as a
really
midfielder. I think it's
Really?
listed as a midfielder, yes.
Midfielder, oh.
That is even get under striker self. Or if Tony even remain for the club. Because we know
Then
what he-
defenders, or more Trent. Hey, Trent don't invert. Since he invert, I talk him now. I tweet him
You
say,
should
I
say-
say invert. I don't know how you see my tweet. Say
But
him inverting now.
seriously
Yeah,
speaking for Trent, that thing will really work for him for next season.
that's the inverting.
Yeah.
It go work now. It go in the
Hope-
push further forward.
Hope they go find them out because one of the things why they always
Yes,
get problem
yes.
with
They go
Trent.
exploit that wing.
Now why good for club to enter market? Make sure say if that way Trent go they play more next season, then may get better cover for him. We go they dart across.
That's now why they play Konate there.
Exactly. We go dart across. They sharply cover for him.
Okay, you don't hear from our guys. Them next season go still pop normal, and for this season, best of luck for all the managers who don't win points. For the ones that will win plenty points, congratulations. For the ones that will win titles and the rest of them, I guess they want somebody win points highest for the whole world from Nigeria. What if that
For
name
Game Week 36,
Game Week
Oluremi
36.
Kolawole.
Oluremi Kolawole, congratulations. Just share the money, reach us. The Premier League is you. Well, everyone, here we will wrap up for the season. Fantasy Premier League brought to you by the Republicans, based on the matter and based on every way consigned managing your FPL team as it consigned the 2022-2023 season. Now here we will sign out. Anyhow you want to take them, just make sure say you still there with us on top of our podcast. Next season we will come back bigger and better. Nabai Gary, Nabai Rice.